What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Daily Refinement. My name is Chris, and I earn a full-time living selling stuff online. In this episode, I'm going to go over the $40,000 plan, which is what this experiment is. This is episode number 4.75 of 48, where we earn a full-time living on eBay starting from zero. So you guys can follow along. You guys can take a look at the videos. I'm being very transparent on starting with as little money as possible. I have a budget of about $200 to get this going, but as you can see from the previous video, we are now $6 in the green. We are already profitable, but that's not, your results may vary. I do have a little more experience in picking items, but I want to show you guys what the skeleton of what this looks like. So I think you need $40,000 worth of stuff listed. That's the magic number. Now, not $40,000 worth of junk that nobody wants to buy, $40,000 worth of stuff that has completed solds in the last 90 days. You need to be able to guess that this is going to sell within 90 days very confidently. If you're picking up vintage wooden Pelicans, that's very rare and there's not a big market for that, and the chances of that selling in 90 days is slim to none. You can't just put up random stuff. It has to be something that will sell in 90 days. So why 40,000? I think when you have a small-ish store, I'm going for $40 minimum on the items. So that's about 1,000 total items listed for 40,000. When you have I consider 1,000 items relatively small. You can still have a pulse of what is in your store when you're that small. I talk about doing 4% adjustments a day. That's 25 listings a day that you're tweaking. That's very doable for somebody. That will only take you half an hour to an hour to adjust your listings every day. And over the course of a month, you are adjusting all of them to make sure they are on point with what the market is at. So what that means is, if you know where your items are at with a 1,000 item store, if you sell a third of that, that's 333 sales. Depending on your profit, that's going to be right around, $3 to $4 grand in profit, depending on what you're selling. So $40,000, one third of it selling is $13,333. So it's actually a little bit higher than $40 average, but you need 13,000x in sales to have $4,300 profit if we're doing the 1/3 model. So breaking it down even further, what that means is you're spending $15 on something that sells for $45. After all fees and everything, you have $15 left. That's the objective. But as you can see in the spreadsheet, I'm spending a lot less than that because I'm very, very, very picky. I'm going through garage sales, thrift stores, online arbitrage. I'm going to do some drop shipping also, so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like to find items online without any of your own capital. Now, do that at your own risk. If eBay detects that you are doing drop shipping, you will automatically be bumped down in traffic, and that can harm you. There's also people saying that my account is linked to my previous success accounts, so eBay is feeding me more traffic. I don't 100% agree with that, and this is why. eBay is sort of filled with a lot of drop shippers and people who don't know what they're doing, and people who are scamming people, and there is a lot of fakes on eBay. So those accounts are brand new. I don't think it makes sense for eBay to give premium visibility to stores that are brand new. I actually don't believe that conspiracy theory. I think that there's more emphasis put on items that are replenishable and sell more often. Those ones rank much higher. If you type in something like Ray Dunn mug, the ones that are on top are the ones that have sold the most often. That's what eBay is pushing. They're pushing things that sell more often, not new accounts. Maybe a tiny bit of extra traffic, but again, new accounts don't know what they're doing, and usually what that means for the end customer is a bad user experience. So it doesn't make sense financially for eBay to promote stores that don't know what they're doing. Now, when you guys saw, I called into eBay to get my limits raised because I had a 10 item limit. Now, of course, some people may only get a 5 item limit. I think this depends on where you live. I'm in California, so I got a 10 item limit. And my listings were virtually perfect. I had perfect metrics, shipping same day, but promising 2 days. Perfect titles, not perfect, but accurate titles, accurate photos. One of my hand was in one of the photos, so the lady was like, great, you actually have the item in stock. That's what eBay is looking through. And also, so good metrics, good title, good description, and good pricing. She saw that a few of my items already sold, and I had already used up the entire limit. I had listed 10 items already. So she said, great, I'm gonna increase your limit. She gave me way more than I expected, which is 350 listings, and 17,500 is the limit. In my opinion, that is not enough to earn $1,000 a week, which is more like $3,000 a week in sales. Over the course of a month, that's 13K roughly. A third of that is for something. So you need $40,000 worth of stuff listed, and that is the objective. So I just want to keep you guys on track with the mission. Nothing else matters. Let's get to that $40,000 listed amount of stuff that actually matters, not just random stuff that you find that will not sell, and that does not count towards the 40,000. If you want to build a store like that, you need more like $1 million worth of stuff that people don't want in order to get 1% of sales. And it doesn't matter how cheap you get it if people don't want it. So just keep in mind, it's really important to pick the right items, spend time in the comps, and as you guys can see from my previous sourcing, sometimes it takes me 2 hours to find one item. I think people are going in for 15 minutes and getting 10 items, and that's very dangerous because you're getting stuff that you haven't thoroughly researched, and that can get you into a lot of trouble when you're just getting started. So if you guys have any questions, please email me at chris@dailyrefinement.com. If you enjoy this content, please like, comment, subscribe, and smash that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next episode tomorrow. Take care.